escape here. So I drove out to Topanga because for the last couple of weeks or days or whatever, how long, time isn't real, I had just felt like this call to come up here, and I didn't know why. And like I just kept looking out at these mountains from my balcony, and I was like, I just want to go there. And like Topanga came up in a discussion group that I was in, and it was just like, okay, like there's something here. And I just felt like I gotta go. I just have to go. And so I went up here and I hiked the trail, and I got to the top, and it's really cool. There's a lot of beauty here, especially like driving through the valley even to like get here. It was just gorgeous, like luscious, like green mountains. You can kind of see them, over here. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like when I got up here, I found a lot of people who were, expressing themselves and doing their individual, they're doing their individual stuff. And I was like, I guess I was expecting this big, like revelation or connection with God. And, what it really taught me was like, there really isn't going outside of yourself for God. Like connecting with nature and really being out here. Like it's good, but it doesn't substitute for, the connection you have with God inside. And, I've had like a dark night of the soul, and like I feel like my life has like really taken a turn in the last like week or so in a way that I don't really like, and I don't really like, at least like on the outside, I don't really like it. But internally, I'm reevaluating myself. I'm like figuring out who I am as a person, because I'm like 3 months on T, and that's that's awesome. But I'm discovering that I'm changing a lot. Like I found out the other day, like even like 2 weeks ago, I had some of like Brianna's coffee, and I was like, oh, this is awful. It's always tasted like dirt. And then 2 days ago, I just felt like I saw somebody post on Facebook, I think it was like Lou, about how he had coffee at 4 p.m. and he resisted it, but then it felt good and it tasted good. And I was like, I'm gonna do that too. And so at 4 p.m. I had, some coffee, like black coffee. And for the first time in my life, I was like, this isn't awful. This is like actually something I could drink regularly. So it's like, I feel like I'm relearning about myself on a very like deep level of like who I am and what I am and what I like. I keep drawing the card, surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. And, I thought I was like this very small person, this little shriveled, like barely able to do anything of a woman. And what God is showing me is I'm actually a much more capable man than I thought I was. And, I'm still a boy in a lot of ways. I'm still like very much like a confused teenage boy about like what I want and what I desire and what my emotions are and how to handle them. And, I'm grateful to Jeff and Shaleia for their work. Because if it wasn't for the mirror exercise and the support that I have in the community, like I'd be a fucking wreck right now. But, I just keep loving myself and having patience with myself. And I know that like God is teaching me that He is my source, and that, all of this is, for my soul's growth. And, I literally had to just like take a moment with God the other day and say like, I surrender control. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know what's best for me. And from that moment, every day I felt stronger in my connection to God. It's something that I've tried to describe to people who aren't doing this work, who aren't like following the path that Jeff and Shaleia like laid out, or people who just aren't spiritual in general, and it's just like they don't get it. I can just hear them just like the wall go up. They're like, what? And it makes me like realize that where my true family is and where my true community is, and it's with the people who are on the path that I am. Because it's ultimately not fulfilling to talk to a bunch of people who don't really understand you or don't want to go deeper with you on that level. And so like right now on the outside, like my it looks like my union and everything is like falling apart, and all of this, like it looks bad. And I'm still processing a lot of my emotions about that, because I know that love is real, and I know that there's just something in me that there's still things in me that I need to get clear on. And until I do that, like if I can't see myself clearly, my twin flame isn't going to see me clearly. And it makes sense that this is happening with me, like claiming my masculinity and like going through this transition. It's like I'm having my own identity crisis. So of course, like, but it's okay. It's okay. Like, it's really just coming to terms with who I am as a man and who I am deep down, because like God is showing me that there's a lot of things about myself that I've been hiding, a lot of things about myself that I just like suppressed for years, including like just like my creativity. I didn't believe I was good enough for all these things, and now I'm reevaluating all of that. And I just have to like make sure that the steps that I take moving forward are in peace and grounded. And I'm still getting clear on what the next like step is for me, but just gotta release attachment and know that God's got the perfect plan, and I am looking forward to it, because it's your journey with God ultimately. And I had been calling in God for a while. I'd been just like praying and doing the mirror exercise and doing meditations and reading Yogananda and connecting with people, trying, and part of me, I wasn't like giving to myself. I was just like pushing, trying to control my journey. And God's like, you can't control anything. Like, you just have to like enjoy the journey. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do right now, is just stay present with myself, work through my feelings, and know that like this is the best way for me. I joked to a friend last night that I felt like I was in The Notebook. I felt like there's just like this story, this love story that that God has like planned for me or something, and it's beautiful and it's scary and it's heartbreaking, and I kind of want to let go of that drama, because it's not fun to have like so much drama in your life. Although I feel like I'm probably a storyteller and a very creative person, and all that pent up creative energy has gone to making my life dramatic rather than actually being channeled into my life purpose. And so here we are. I just don't even know anymore. Yeah. Well, guys, I wanted this to be I hope this is like, I don't really know what I wanted this to be. I think I wanted to relate to you guys that, don't give up on your journey. Like, know that your journey is with God always, and that it doesn't have to look pretty on the outside. It's just really just following where God calls and following that good feeling. And in a recent video that Jeff put out, it was about, when to call it quits on your twin flame journey. And, since then it's like, it's led to a lot of evaluation. But at the end, he mentioned that there's an old guru that I don't remember the name. You'll have to watch the video, but that you have to learn the difference between good and pleasant. And you go for the good. You don't settle for pleasant. And for me, I'm learning what that good feeling is. I'm learning to discern what good versus pleasant is and what I actually deserve. I've had a lot of like low self-worth for a lot of time in my life, and I'm done with that. And I'm looking back and I'm seeing like every time I've had these times where I felt like really low, I've always like picked myself up again and like gone even farther, and I have faith that God will carry me through again. So yeah, even when I was atheist and running away from God, God was still like guiding me the entire time. You just play right into God's hands no matter what. It's beautiful. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, you can like, comment, subscribe for more. I don't know what this channel will be moving forward, but I just wanted to, you know, start something, and maybe it's gonna be something good. So I'll talk to you guys later, and bye.